Welcome to Word Parts for Word Smarts. I'm your host, Brian Vieira. Today, I'm going to show you how to teach your children or your students to build words from prefixes. Now, did you know that almost 70% of English words are derived from Latin and Greek? Wow! But here's something really cool. Of the words that were derived from Latin, 57% of all prefixed words that come from Latin only come from like 5 to 7 prefixes. So if your students or your children at home can learn just 5 to 7 prefixes, oh my goodness, they can decode or at least begin to analyze the meanings of thousands of words. That is awesome. How do we do this in a way that our children can remember? How do we teach them to acquire vocabulary in a way that will kind of stick to them, okay? Look, we can't just tell them to write this down 6 times in your notebook. I don't think that's going to work too well. So how are we going to do this? Let's take a look at a really simple system I've designed. Design sounds like I'm, Steve Jobs. But a really simple system that will help kids, and this is great for small groups. It's great for homeschool. You can put them on the table. Well, without further ado, how do we do this? Really simple. Color-coded prefix and base cards. What are you talking about? Here we go. Look, here's the first one. That is a prefix. Oh, it almost fell off the board. Here's your prefix. Okay, it means not. And I usually introduce prefixes by telling kids these are word parts that come at the beginning of words that really change the meanings of words. And I usually do it by saying we have the negative family, like they're unpopular, okay? That's pretty cool. Then you have another prefix of these incredibly wonderful prolific prefixes, im. That also means not, okay? This family is really a wonderful family, but guess what? They are impossible to get along with. Okay, so that's im. And then I say, okay, we have another part of this family, this really odd family next door. Well, not next door. You don't want to do that. And it's il. Here's another prefix. And they're very illogical. Have you ever spoken to them? They're illogical. You really can't talk to them. They don't make sense. Oh, and the kids are ir. They are irresponsible. Okay? And what's really bad is that they're also dishonest. Okay? They never tell the truth. And almost everything they say is totally inaccurate. Okay? So this is my negative family, okay? They're unpopular, they're impossible to get along with, they're totally illogical, they are irresponsible, they are, what did I use here? They are dishonest, and everything they say is inaccurate. So that's my negative family. And I teach children that un means not, im means not, il means not, ir means not, dis means not, in means not, and they come at the beginning of words and they create antonyms. They change the words to the opposite. But there's one more that does not do that, and that's one of my favorite prefixes. That is re. Hope you can see this one, right? Re. And re means again or back. Okay? So these are your wonderful prefixes. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just 7 prefixes account for nearly 57% of all prefixed words that come from Latin. Wow! Teach these to your children. They will never forget them, especially if you begin with a negative family. All right, great. Now, how do we actually, though, show them how these prefixes impact words? Well, let me remove these off the board, okay? Give me a second. I'll take these off the board. I'll get these right back on for you in a second. Taking off my IN. I'm going to remove my IL, ill. I'm going to remove my IM, which means not. I'm going to remove my dis, which means not. I'm going to remove my IR, also it means not. And I'm going to remove my UN, on, which means not. So how do you do it in class? Well, if you're in a small group or if you're at home, what you do is you begin by giving your students or your children a base card. Take a look at this. The word here is predictable. And you really want to go over the meaning of that word, okay? Predictable means something expected. Now, I have so many of these cards, I think about 150, wow. And they're all available for download, and you print them on this colored cardstock. That's really what I did. I printed them on colored cardstock, very inexpensive, okay? So predictable means expected, all right? And so you tell your kids, hey, look, if something is predictable, it's expected. Like, it was predictable that it would rain today. We expected rain. And I have a whole lot of sentences here in your, what I call a glossary of sentence completions that you can use later on to express the meaning of the actual antonym, all right? So predictable means expected. And what they would do is they would write that down in a little worksheet I have, a little working sheet, where they can write the name of the word down and its original meaning, okay? Predictable. Then what you want to do is to say, but change my word. And if you're in a small group, you can say, listen, we're going to give you 5 or 6 of these colored cards, and I want you to play a game called Change My Word. So how do we change the word predictable? What do? We add on to the front. And did you notice that these are color-coded? So if you were in a group, if you put your kids in a small group, you could give them all of these colors and then tell them when someone puts down a base word like predictable, someone will put down on to change the word. Now we have a new word, unpredictable. And they can write this in their notebooks or on the worksheet, okay? Unpredictable. Now it's new. It means something that is not expected. How cool is that? And so they're beginning to see that prefixes come at the beginning of words and they change the meaning of the word. You do want to tell them that not all prefixes mean not, but nevertheless, it's a great way to begin because these are the 7 prefixes that are so prolific, they have the biggest impact on the way your children will learn vocabulary. So that's on, okay? Great. Let's take it off the board for a second. On. Predictable. That's a good pair. Oh, you say, well, what about in? Well, let's see. Let's take accurate. Okay, here goes a good word. My homework was very accurate. The teacher loved it. I got 100%, okay? My mom loved my homework. It was accurate. And so if you're at home, you would say to your child, let's put down the word accurate. Let's get the correct definition, and it means correct. And if you're in school, you have a small group, and one child will put this in the middle of the board or the table, and we'll say the word is accurate. What does it mean? It means correct. Let's write that down in our notebooks, okay? Accurate, correct. Wonderful. And we could even create a sentence. The report was accurate. It was true. Wonderful. But now you want to show them again the impact of the prefix. So you'll say, hey, change that word or change my word. Can someone change that word? I love calling this change that word or change my word. Sounds like a game. It is. And they can say, yeah, I can change it. I can put in right in front of it, and there it goes. Now the word is inaccurate. I've changed the word. Isn't that awesome? And now I have a different word, inaccurate. I have the antonym, and it means not correct. Oh no, I got 7 wrong on the test. So many of my answers were inaccurate. You get the picture? All right, so you're helping your kids to discover prefixes in a pretty interesting way by playing the game that I call change that word or change my word. All right, good. Let's take a look at another one, okay? So let's say you have the word honest. And you say, Billy is so honest, he always tells his mom the truth. Honest. And what does honest mean? Telling the truth. Now, not all the cards have the definitions because some of them are really obvious. But if you're dealing with 2nd graders or even 1st graders or 3rd graders, you want to make some of these neat. And by the way, in the top of the card, this here, I wrote this at the top, and I'll give you a sense of how to print these because this is going to be pink. And so all the cards that go with this will be pink also. But that's in the download. You have instructions on how to print these, okay? All right, wonderful. So that's honest. Billy's honest. Oh, but guess what? Last night his mom said he told a lie. So he was being not honest. He was being, can someone change my word? Can someone change Billy from being honest to being what? Yes, Billy is, unfortunately, he's dishonest. Oh, Billy. Oh, Billy. Oh, Billy is now dishonest. Have fun with these words, okay? Change my word. So you've changed honest to dishonest, and they would write this down, the new word and the new definition. Isn't that wonderful? So simple. Okay, all right, let's do it. Let's just maybe do a few more. I think you're getting the picture now. So what about, oh, these jeans are regular. Oh, they fit so, these are nice. Oh no, they're not regular. They are what? Irregular. Oh no, you've changed my word. Yes, change my word, and you've changed it to irregular. Oh boy, let's keep going. Let's move through this. I'm running out of time here. Okay. Oh, what about oh, Mr. Spock. I don't know if they know Mr. Spock. Well, we know. It's so logical. This is a logical argument. Can someone in the class change my word? Or if you're at home, hey, can you change this word? Let's see if we can change it. I can. Oh, and if your kids have these words or the prefixes, you make multiple copies of them, distribute them through class, okay, in small groups. And guess what? Oh, let's change it. It's now illogical. The argument is illogical. You've changed my word, and you've changed it to the opposite. It no longer makes sense. Now, I see not make sense. Well, you get the picture, right? This does not make sense. Okay, the argument is illogical, and you want to create new sentences with the children to show them. But once again, I've included a whole group of sentences for you that uses the antonym so the children get the idea of how to even use the word in sentences. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. All right, just one more. Don't go yet. What about this word here? What about using a greenie? Oh, I like greens. Let's get a greenie up here. Okay, here's a greenie. Perfect. I am perfect. Everything I do is totally perfect. Well, I don't know if that's true. I think that there are many times you change. I want to change the word. You are not perfect. Can someone change my word? Yes, I'll change it to imperfect. So what the kids are really doing are playing a matching game. They're matching the colors and making new words. Oh my gosh, they're going to go crazy. It is so simple. You can use these for like 5-minute activities, 10-minute activities, vocabulary warm-ups. You can even build an entire 15, 20-minute word building lesson off of this, okay? Get them involved with prefixes. And of course, the last one is going to be connect. Okay, connect. Oh, connect the wires. Oh no, they fell apart. Well, can you change my word? Should we do it again? Yes, let's reconnect those wires. And there you have it. Word parts for word smarts. Use them in small groups. Use them at home. Check the link below this video. You can go there, take a look at them, download them, preview them, get them. They're wonderful. Use them in your classroom. Use them at home. Introduce your kids to the power of prefixes. They'll thank you forever. Vocabulary should not be boring. Bye-bye.